Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some VTuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Kirsche, who is a political commentator slash VTuber, she is someone that puts politics into everything, and that's fine. Everyone has their space. I'm not going to criticize her on that, and I'm not going to go into the politics of her. But there has been a concerted effort to actually harm her right now, and one of the things that has happened, of course, the Vice article, like several Vice articles on her, on quote-unquote bigotry and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into the whole this side, that side, whatever it ends up being on her politics of the whole situation. That is hers and her alone to explain, etc. I have differing politics from that, but that doesn't really matter. To me, what matters is someone actually going through and trying to harm the business, harm the reputation, harm this person in the only way they know how. They can't fight them, in the idea side. At least a lot of the ones who are doing this can't fight them on the idea side. So they're trying to go and actually cancel her. How did they do it this time? They got her banned on Twitch. Why did she get banned on Twitch? S content. I don't ever see her actually doing S content. She doesn't roleplay in any way. She doesn't draw characters in any way. She doesn't display any adult stuff on there. She's just herself. Says, oh wow, I wonder who could be behind this, especially after that AI slop article put out about how I read Anna Valent's fan fiction. Truly a mystery. The harassers cry out as they strike you. And yeah, this is straight up just a strike, because they couldn't do really anything in the exchange of ideas in this case, and they decided to actually go after her for being a woman. In this case, pretty much, they went after her on something that they know that Twitch is going to hit her on. Twitch has been very, very, very hard recently has hit hard on VTubers with booba or anything like that. And you mark them for S stuff, they'll knock you down for it with their AI. They'll hit you, and then they'll figure out whether they hit you correctly or not, which is dumb. It is really, really dumb. Fridays are my biggest stream days, which is unfortunate. If you would like to support me during this cancellation attempt, please do so through my tip link. I am sorry about the tangent Friday this week, honorable chatters. So there's not going to be anything like that. Asma Gold even came in here. Surely this won't call into question all the previous bad actions on Twitch that went unpunished. It's generally shocking to me how Twitch executive leadership allow their moderation team to continue to destroy the brand. Maybe if I had done Giantess /vor that stream, like my abuser, like the person who actually, started saying stuff against her, Daddy Twitch would have left me alone, alas. So apparently this person did that Giantess, all that other stuff. So that is an interesting thing I did not know, and I do not think I needed to know, but here we go. God, look, only a 5-year-old would find that really funny, especially in this situation. It is freaking crazy. I do hope that this gets overturned rather quickly. It's going to take a bit because Kirsche is, like I said, one of the more controversial figures because a lot of people don't like her. That's pretty much the way she's controversial. A lot of people don't like her and don't like what she says and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I won't get into it myself. I'm just saying the news. I do put my opinions in here, but I do not let any biases cloud the fact that this is unfair. They got her on something that she did not do, so it's unfair. Today, we talk a little bit about Shinsogumi, which is a virtual VTuber group, themed as an underground family that exists in the deep web. This is a little bit of the look of their peoples there. And of course, today we're going for Wakarase Choro, who is this VTuber here. It's Danburu, so I'm not going to get too close to the video, to the actual images, because some of them can be a little bit extra, let's say. The only one that kind of seems okay is this one. That's the only one that kind of seems okay. But yes, she is one of their members here. She's affiliated with Shinsogumi, character designed by Utsumi Kyo. And of course, their Twitter is here. Why am I talking about them, though? It no longer exists, though, unfortunately. This was the one Wakarase Choro. Why am I talking about them? And why don't they exist anymore? Because they are graduating on May 31st. Maybe it doesn't exist because maybe that one was one that they no longer wanted. Things like that happen. This is their YouTube channel, though, and this is their correct link. I think I just got a bad link to start out with. So, getting that out of the way, this is where, she's supposed to be. And let's take a look at the graduation notice. They're saying here, always with the pleased to announce. They're pleased to announce on May 31st. They always say this. But yes, they're going to be graduating. They are going to explain that they want her to explain her own stuff on the same day. She's going to explain the reasons why. Of course, it is going to be her own thing. Summary, there was a big feud between Nakara Sechoro and her family. She gradually suffered mental damage due to concerns about physical interference at events and locations. So it's a family situation. So bad that she was afraid that family would come to her events and start physically interfering with things. That is scary. That is something that no one should ever feel. No one should ever have to go through that kind of experience. So that absolutely sucks. Continued to be difficult for her to continue her normal activities. The inner circle continued to discuss with her whether there were any way that she could continue her activities, but rather than forcing her to continue, we respected her mental state and wishes, they decided to accept her to graduate. Graduation is going to be scheduled, the broadcast, on May 23rd. Although there's only a short time left, they will continue to provide full support as a member of the Deep Group until the very end. The account handling will be as follows. YouTube and SNS and everything is going to be on May 31st. That's when it's going to be done. By SNS, they mean Line in Japan, Twitter over here, any kind of social media messaging services, that type of stuff. For inquiries regarding the matter, visit the official site. Do not ask her about anything. Do not ask anybody else in the VTuber group. As always, as is mentioned, it is really sad. This part really breaks my heart. The fact that she wanted to continue, more than likely, but her family, oh my god, that's like nuclear bad family. Her family caused so much issues with interference and other things like that, that she felt she could not continue to be a member of the group anymore. And that, my friends, is very sad. I feel very bad about that. I do hope that she does have a wonderful future ahead of her, that she finds a way to get away from them, and is able to continue in some way, shape, or form to do what she loves. Right now, we have some news when it comes to Chocola, who is an Etsy store owner. Basically, she has her own Etsy store for various VTuber goods. Recently, she did something for Mint, made Mint, and put it on her Etsy store. And apparently, Etsy decided to suspend her account without even telling them why. Please share, maybe they'll see it. I don't know. I'm so sad. And we have here, which is, the Booba mouse pads for not only Nimi Nightmare, now that she has her new look, but also things for, Face Connect, things for various other people. So it is not only for like Nimi Nightmare or anything like that, it is Face Connect as well. And that is actually pretty cool when you think about it. To have all of these things put out there is nice. But even some things with Pippa, as you can see here. The thing, unfortunately, is she got that taken down. She says she did file an appeal because they don't even get an email and have no outstanding bills. Anyway, it says it's 2 weeks to review it. Even Pippa is like, no Etsy, what the F? Everybody else is like, what the heck is going on? Pillow Deer, can people list Trade Guild? Pascal, other people. They denied the appeal without ever giving them a reason. Kind of what I expected, but still sad. In order to look into this, can I ask your shop name and URL, please? And then they went looking more further into it. Domestic orders I was able to ship that only had pins that Manu flash finished early went out. Show me photos when you get them, since I can't see Etsy reviews or photos anymore either. Everything else shipping at the end of the month. So she's still trying to ship things out of people who are able to get it. Don't sell or buy on Etsy. Even if you manage to get in contact with a real person, they still won't even have the decency of telling you why your account could be suspended. And it says here basically, we determine your account does not qualify for reinstatement. What kind of customer support is this? People were thinking it possibly could have been quote-unquote underage people, but there's no underage people there. Actually thinking about a real person, they ignored my entire message, asking to please explain how things violate Etsy's thing. And yeah, live chat didn't work either. Basically, it was really, really bad. Etsy is a sham. It's like basically Etsy called me a criminal by saying that they put like underage people, like Etsy was saying that they put underage people on there for some reason. No minors were depicted, It's irresponsible to throw severe claims like they did around there. So basically, unfortunately, you have to be careful if your Etsy account is now suspended for violating Etsy's imagery of minors policy, specifically for featuring sexualized depictions of minors. The content that led to your suspension are listed below. That is BS, of course. That is absolutely BS. I guess if you draw anime girls that don't have massive honkers, consider this a cautionary tale if you decide to do business with them. So the S stuff of minors, I understand them having that whole thing there, but she didn't have any of that. She didn't have any of that at all in her store. She should not have taken this much effort to get this information out. If you bought a mousepad and are angry too, Etsy also basically called you a criminal. Lofty claims. Don't at the VTubers that are involved in this because, they shouldn't be involved in this. Because, don't send them hate or any of that kind of stuff. Can't even imagine how stressful this must be. Shondo, I'm so sorry. Please make sure you get rest and food when you can. I have heard so many stories of Etsy being unfairly doing this for no reason. I have no clue what triggers it or why the customer support is so terrible. Well, customer support is probably someone in a country where they really don't care about this stuff, honestly. But finally, Etsy did remove the suspension. There's still... Mint did it. Mint, of course, talked about it. Mint, of course, retweeted and stuff like that. And that is one of the reasons why I think things moved forward. So I'll be moving merch over to my personal site with Etsy becoming a secondary store instead of being the primary store, since they feel it's going to happen again. Of course, unfortunately, that is something that happens. That is something... Let me just actually show you what Mint said about it. And in her reply, she does say, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this. I feel extra bad that it's due to something you were selling that included me. Etsy, I am the one responsible. I am one of the people being depicted in this product. We are both not minors. Please reinstate their store since it was due to an inaccurate claim. And of course, that is what we're going to be, hoping that they get that claim done. And of course, they did actually get it done. And I just wanted to give you Mint's take on it. I'm glad that everything got fixed, and I'm glad that Mint was able to help. Nubs Arena is a game that is coming out soon, which you can see here is kind of like a 2D, well, 2.5D, I guess. Roguelike, I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But still, it is a game that also is going to be done with Sayu in here as, of course, just Sayu with her attack powers and everything like that. Kind of reminds me of Cult of the Lamb just in the look of it. But it is very, very, very cute. Like the top-down. It's top-down game. I think that's what it's called. I forget. But let's forget about that part. Let's go for her having this big win. So excited to be a part of this adorable game on Friday the 16th at 5 p.m. We will be live with many wonderful others who are fighting in the arena with us. You won't want to miss the epic showdown. So yes, she is going to be streaming this. And yes, it is a wonderful win for Sayu Synchronicity here, who has been strong and been fighting and been doing a lot to continue making herself known and continue doing amazing things. So I'm very, very happy to announce this type of news for Sayu and this type of big win for Sayu. Tokino Sora, as you know, recently had her birthday bash. She is the Dai Senpai of Hololive in Holo Stars and everybody in general. She is the first one to ever be in Hololive. She is the one that they started out with, the oldest one there. She's going to be there for close to 10 years at least. It's going to be a while before she leaves, I think. She recently did her birthday stream, as I'm mentioning here, right here. She did this. She got a new look, as you can tell here. A very, very cute new look. With Pancho. And Robin. So yeah, that's the new look, and people are going ape over it. Let's take a look at this. This is, of course, the one that she was a part of. And here is her good new look. She says here, of course, everyone, illustrations for the birthday stream with permission from Hayato Tatsuki. I posted this to the membership and fan club. And there you go. This is her new look. Very, very cute. And a lot of people are losing it because they're like, oh my god, she's hot. People just on the internet have been like, oh my god, she's hot. So yeah, they've gone insane. They've gone goo-goo over this thing. It is very cute, of course. This is also very cute here. She's continuing to show it Of course, Ordan was the one who originally did this. And here is the reference sheet of her full look. With, you know, the shorts that you already saw. Then you have with the longer legs, everything like that. So it's all really, really nice. And yes, Sora has become, that's kind of like a hot mom look at this point. But still, she's young. She's eternally young. But she's hot, yes, as well. I just find it funny saying that. I don't know. I find it funny saying that. Yeah, but yeah, people are finding her extremely hot now. It's a nice, mature look, though. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vtuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do this because I want it to be a positive space for VTubing, a place where we can lift each other up instead of tear each other down, especially in these hard times. Today we're talking about Mizuki the fox, just another fox girl ranting over everything. And what does she mean, ranting over everything? I wonder. What she means is this. Of course, I'm going to take you to their Twitch as well, but this. On her YouTube side, she is absolutely doing reacts, responses, that type of stuff here. And, you know, taking a look at other things, reacting to things that are popping out here. And she does have her Twitch here. She doesn't have much on there, but I did want to mention it. Creating YouTube content over VTuber gaming industry news and drama and some Twitter chaos. So let's take a look at one of the most recent things, the poop cruise. Just taking a look at this. Let's take a look at it, if YouTube will load it for me. And let's take a look at, you know, something around the middle mark.
Chefs, instead of in a factory. And they come straight to your door. All you got to do is...
Okay.
Before they cut that shit off, and no more alcohol was served for the entire rest of the trip. But hey, it wasn't all bad news. That day, Jen made an announcement that a tugboat, there were 5 working toilets for the entire...
So yeah, she does some reaction content about this kind of stuff. I just want to show you a little bit what she does. And thank you so much, Mizuki, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.